Hello, what's up? Barton here again, coming at you with Scryfall again. So today is going to be a little bit different. If you can see, there's a little bit of a timer in there, and today we're going to make something a little bit different. So if you might have watched one of the card challenges we've done, it's going to be very similar, but we'll change a little bit the rules. The idea today is that we're going to pick random cards here in Scryfall, just remembering we don't take notes on cards, so Unhinged, Infinity, those kind of playful sets, and we are going to, just one second, I'm not gonna cut this video today, I'm just gonna roll with however it's going to come out. I just want my mic closer because I don't want to be talking very loud. I like to just relax and get the video going as it is, so no cuts. So coming back to the challenge, the idea is we're going to pick random cards in here. Generally we pick 30 cards. Today we're going to open just 15 cards and we're going to rate them. We already have some cards rated, so here we have 60 cards rated. I have done some things as well, so kind of like if some card that we have already rated comes out, which is a little bit hard to happen because there are so many cards out there, but it did happen just in our second video. And well, that's it. We're going to rate them, like, is this good, where would this enter, when is this good, a little bit about that. But today we're going to do that part a little bit faster, a little bit more spontaneous, and just try to give it a rating. And well, yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna be looking at whatever I rated earlier, and we also jump basic lands, and yeah, that's it. If I have this timer, it's kind of not very great in Scryfall. Maybe I'm gonna just try to change its color. Just one second. I don't know, maybe a yellow will be okay. Let's try this yellow. Okay, this is better in here, and let's check how this is in here. Is it getting? It's not getting. Okay, just one second. It should be getting my arena page. It's not though. How will I make it? Yeah. Not yet. Come on. Try to change it again. One second. Yeah, we could do it like this. Yeah, there we go. I think that would be better. But yeah, the timer's not okay. One second. I want you a little bit higher, maybe in here. Let's see how it is in here. A little bit higher as well, just cause. Okay, I really want them kind of aligned. Okay, oh my god. 1 second. 55. I think that's the best I can do. And it's not perfect, but yeah, that's the best we can do. So yeah, we have the timer, and whenever I click this button, it will reset to 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I figured I would try to do this in 1 hour, but as it's the first time, let's give ourselves like 15 extra minutes. And I don't know, I know that I kind of do a lot of rambling about the cards and all, so maybe it will take me a little bit more, but I'm going to try and take around a little bit more than a minute on each card that we're going to rate. Oh yeah, the challenge, I haven't even spit out the challenge for whoever is coming here at the first time. The challenge is we're going to rate those cards, 15 cards. We're going to see, okay, what cards are interesting, not necessarily good, but interesting. We're gonna take those good cards and then we're going to try and make a deck around it. It can be a deck in any kind of format. It can be even like kitchen table magic, you know, just like any card. We're not trying to make something powerful. We're just trying to make something viable. And that's it. If it's on Arena, better we can just come in here and try to create that deck and try it. So yeah, that's the idea. We take around 20 minutes to rate the cards, and then a little bit like 3 to 5 minutes to kind of choose the format and how we're going to create it. And then we just try to go search for some cards, make the deck happen. And that last portion might go for around 30 minutes, I don't know. Anyway, that's the idea, the general idea of this, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope we can do these in time. My last videos, I wasn't caring a lot about the time, so I think that maybe there are some 3-hour long videos or more, I don't know. So if you want to see a movie just about I talk some cards and try to create some very random and very different kind of decks, then there are those videos, you can check them out on my channel. So yeah, let's just start this. Let me see. So yeah, we are here in Scryfall. Okay, and that's it. I'm going to restart the timer and then we start. So just prepare myself. I'm gonna have to be thinking and copy pasting the name of the cards pretty fast. So let's try to do it. Let's go. Okay, so first card will be Asylum Visitor. Okay, 2 mana, 3/1 creature, vampire, wizard. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, you draw a card and you lose 1 life, and it has menace for 2. So this is pretty interesting because you can put this in a shell where you're going to have maybe things that make not only you but your opponent's card, and then this is good because if you discard these, you can also just cast this for its madness cost. I didn't know this card. Okay, I don't know, 2 and a 3/1. Okay, but you really want to have that last part like really happening for it to be good. You're going to start drawing cards and losing 1 life, but like I'm just thinking, if you have no cards in hand, like you go with a deck that really just throws that discards a lot and then gets no cards, then yeah, this is going to be drawing you cards. So in your upkeep, this is good if you have like an aggressive deck, something that you can just spill your hand out. But when it's your opponent's turn, then it means like it's at the beginning of each player's upkeep. So yeah, it's like untap and then that happens. So just just before you draw or they draw. So yeah, then it's a little bit more control-y. So I kind of like this because in your turn a little bit more like aggressive. Like if it happens on your turn, it's because you're really getting everything out of your hand, and I don't know. It seems like it is a very, very interesting card. I really cannot have a total grasp of it in play, but I do think that it's very hard to make it work. Just do these. I don't know, I'm gonna say that it's like a 6.1. And then in here, just gonna grab some. Come on. Oh, come on. Not like that. 70. Okay. Oh no, we're just gonna get you 75 cards today. It's just 15 today, oh my god. And we already spent like 4 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna do it faster. Hit a random. Sithis, okay, we know that this is pretty powerful. Now this is one that I do know. Okay, so this comes in Enchantress kind of decks. It's a 2-mana 1/2. When you cast an enchantment, you gain 1 life and you draw a card. So this comes pretty early, and then you just play an enchantment. This already cycles itself, gain you the life, and then if you can just chain more enchantments, which is very, very easy, these will generate you a lot of value for just 2 mana. And that is it. This is an enchantment creature. It is legendary, but yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I'm just gonna say that this is like a 7.3 kind of card. I know, very, very powerful. So yeah, Sithis is in there. Misium Mortars. Okay, so I also don't know this one. Sorcery, deals 4 damage to target creature you don't control. You may cast for its overload cost, so for 6 mana, it deals 4 damage to each creature you don't control. So for 6 mana, it's like a Storm's Wrath, but that doesn't affect each. It doesn't affect your creatures, right? To each creature you don't control. So yeah, this is pretty nice. Like 6 mana, kind of wrath them. It's like, it's versatile, like 2 mana destroy, 6 mana kind of wrath. I like this card. I think it is pretty powerful. Yeah, I would say that this is like also like a very powerful card. I'm gonna say around 6.8. And then we're gonna hit random again. Volcanic Eruption. X and 3 blue for a sorcery. You destroy X target mountains, and then it deals 1 damage to each creature and player. For each mountain, put in into the graveyard this way. Okay. Whew, I don't have a lot of voice, so let me breathe a little bit. 4 minutes, destroy 1 mountain. 5 minutes, destroy 2 mountains. Yeah, it's an interesting card. I think that just not great enough, but around like 5.2, something like. Yeah, it's okay, it's interesting, it's very sideboardy card, and that's the idea. I don't know, maybe it's even less. I don't know if I want to get it above 5. Just to show you, we have this great, which is like, if you go from 0 to 2, it's garbage. 2 to 4, it's bad card. Slightly below average, slightly above average. Good cards, very good cards. Kind of broken cards, and that's it. Okay, 65. Let's go. Mixed on 1 mana artifact. Creatures with power 3 or greater don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Okay, so this is pretty interesting because it's a 1 mana artifact. It is pretty good if your deck is focused on creatures with power 2 or less. Then it's like, hey, always not affecting you. It might not really affect your opponent too much depending on what they play, but in that kind of archetype, you know that it wouldn't affect you at least. Of course, more of a sideboard card as well. It is pretty powerful, but kind of like yeah, kind of hard. It's a pretty old card as well. I would say that this one has the potential to be very good, but okay, I think that in the right decks, you know, like it's a pretty good sideboard card, really, but it's going to just lock some things, and that might not be great. I'm gonna go 6.5 for this sideboard card, and maybe that's too much, I don't know, maybe, I really don't know. Woven Wall Tracker, so a 1 mana 1/1 human shaman for 2, and you tap it, target creature you control fights another target creature. So you have a creature that has ability to make creatures fight. I don't know, it has human and it has shaman, I don't know, maybe some kind of shaman deck, but generally it's not a deck that fights a lot or that likes to fight, because shaman's generally small, so even then, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but generally, like, if you have protection for your creatures, or I don't know, some combat tricks or other things, or just like fight spells that only cost 1, like if you make 1 fight with these, you have already spent 3 mana, where else generally you might want at 1 mana a mana dork. So we're gonna say that this is like a 4.2, I don't know, slightly below average, yeah, maybe even less, but I'm gonna stick it with that for now. Let me see, we have gone for 10 minutes and we have 6 cards. Okay, so yeah, around what I thought, but I need to be on this pace that I have got right now. Okay, 5 mana Townsfolk, which now this is a human wizard. It makes sense, right? Townsfolk, no, human wizard. Okay, because it got some reprints and then it came as that. But anyway, 5 mana 2/2. When it enters, you may return a sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. 5 mana 2/2 that you get a sorcery. It could have like you get a sorcery or an instant, it would be okay. But anyway, like, don't feel like this is very great right now. I'd say that this is pretty on kind of this side. Let me just remember, from 2 to 4 is kind of bad. It could be like even 2.8, but it has, it's like, oh my god, I'm sorry. So it has like, for 2 mana a 2/2, and then for 3 mana you grab a sorcery back. Kind of good if you're discarding cards to draw more cards, I don't know. Anyway, and then you get them back, but that's it. I'm not gonna think a lot more about that. Okay, so now we have Woodvine Elemental, which is I think that Anarchist could have some combos, thinking right now, but I'm not gonna think about how that combo works. Like, you get 2 creatures out of a graveyard, you cast that again, you get that thing that gets 2 creatures, you sack. Okay, yeah, you have some combos you could do, but this one, 6 mana creature elemental from Conspiracy, which says trample for 4, and whenever this attacks, parlay, whenever this attacks, each player reveals the top card of their library. For each non-land card revealed this way, attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Then each player draws a card. If you could like decide if you want to put that card on the graveyard and not your opponent. But anyway, just trying to make it better. But when it attacks, you and your opponent reveal top card, or your opponents, and then if you're playing with 4 people and no one has lands, then all creatures get +4/+4. So for a commander, yeah, this seems good. For 6 mana, I don't know, but this seems good. You could be attacking with an 8/8 and a lot of other large creatures. You get people draw cards with this, so maybe it's a way for people to not interact a lot with this, but I don't know. That's it. That is what I think. I think that's an interesting card. I don't think it's pretty great, but yeah, that's how I rate it. I rate it with 5.8. And then we have Arc Lightning. Okay, 3 mana sorcery. It deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. So yeah, it's kind of old, and yeah, it's an okay card. You can sometimes take 2 creatures, for example, and that is pretty great. I don't know, maybe good against some kind of elves decks, things like that. But is it great? Not great, but it's just like, I'd say 4.9. Slightly below average, I'd say. Maybe even a little bit less. So we have Tolsimir Midnight's Light, which is 5 mana, 3/2. Elf Scout that has lifelink. I'm just gonna put in this frame to make it easy. And when it enters, you create Volvoya Fanstalker, a legendary 5/5 green and white wolf with trample. And whenever a wolf attacks that you control, if Tolsimir attacked this combat, target creature and opponent controls blocks that wolf this combat if able. So 5 mana 3/2 that also when it enters creates a 5/5. Already pretty good. And then you can attack. You can make some creature from your opponent block this wolf. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but it's good to blink. Like, okay, you already lost your wolf and now you blink this, you get it back because the wolf is legendary. But yeah, that is it. I don't know if there's much else from this card that you can do. Okay, of course, if you have other wolves, a wolves deck, then also an okay card, but still a little bit expensive. So yeah, I think that it lacks just a bit, but it's a good card. Creates a lot of power and toughness on the battlefield, but I have to say that is at least above average. So not too much though. I'm giving a lot of 0.2, so I'm gonna give this a 0.3. That's better. And then we have the Rani, so a Grixis card from Doctor Who. The Rani, legendary creature, Time Lord Scientist. Doctor Who cards are generally pretty wild. Let's see what this says. 4 mana 3/4. When it enters or attacks, you create a red aura enchantment token named the Mark of the Rani, attached to another target creature. That token, that aura token has enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is golded. Okay. Golded, it doesn't explain in here, but it has to attack and if possible not you. So really nice card. And then what it says is, whenever a golded creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, you investigate, which is create a clue token, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is not a great payoff for you to just investigate, and sometimes you might want to put this on one of your creatures. Whenever Runny attacks, it also triggers that again. The thing of putting that on creatures you control is that they are gonna have to attack always. So this is kind of hard. It's very kind of gold is very commander kind of mechanic, but I'm gonna say that this is interesting but not great. Not great really, I don't know, maybe even less, 5.1, I don't know, or 5 or 4.9. I'm changing my mind a bit because it's like but when it enters it makes the gold mechanic, and then whatever else you have that can take advantage of that is going to be in there. So yeah, you're going to make your deck focus around that. Yeah, let's go. Locust Spray, 1 mana instant that says target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, and it has cycling 1 black. And this is an either drift card. You have something that is quite removal for small creatures or creatures with little toughness, which sometimes happens on 2 or 3 mana creatures. Or you can just cycle these for a black, which is good with some kind of cards that you discard cards and things like that, or things that like you to draw 2 cards. So those are the things I'm thinking right now. The thing is, as a removal, not great. You know, like 1 mana -2/-2 is like okay as an instant. Okay. -1/-1 sometimes is not gonna get a lot. Yeah, I don't know. It might not even get some 1 mana creatures nowadays, so I don't know. I don't not feeling too much, but it is a removal spell. It has cycling. I'm gonna say that it's just slightly above whatever the average is. Let me see the timer. We are already 20 minutes in, so that's how when I was thinking about ending this. But here we have Arasta of the Endless Web. 4 mana legendary enchantment creature spider with reach, 3/5, and then whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, you create a 1/2 green spider token with reach, so one of those spider kind of cards. And this one is pretty interesting. Like in a commander, you're like, hey, I'm gonna put this on the board, and then people are going to say, okay, it's just a 1/2 green spider, and then you have like 3 tokens. It's already something, and all of them have reach. Okay, very spidery. Very spidey. Okay, I think that this is a fun card and an interesting card. I'm gonna just say that it's somewhat above average. It has the possibility of creating some tokens, getting you a little bit of value. Although it's not really great card that is going to be a huge threat for mana. Oh my god, we have an error. Okay, let's try, just go back and try again. Okay, Queen Eleno of Radak. Okay, this is 3 mana XX Elf Noble, where X is equal to the number of creatures you control. So at least a 3 mana 1/1, but generally you're going to be playing these on a tokens deck, and this is going to be quite large. And if 1 or more creatures would be created under your control, creature tokens, I'm sorry, then you create that many plus 1 white soldier that is a 1/1 instead. So you create those and another 1/1. So yeah, this is really like a tokens deck generally interesting in commander cards. I do have a commander that uses these. Not that I know a lot about commander, okay? I don't know. No, I know nothing. That is it. But yeah, that is a pretty interesting card that can become very powerful and has to be dealt with. Can create you a lot of advantage. I would say that it's at least a 6.3, something like that. And then yeah, let's go to the last card, which is Sunhome, Fortress of the Legion. It's a land that can tap to add colorless, or you can pay 4, tap it, and target creature gains double strike until end of turn. So pretty interesting land in here. Double strike, we know, is pretty powerful, but oh my god, not what I wanted. Okay, that's what I want. But for 4 mana and tapping these, which is a land, so for 5 mana, let's say, given double strike, might be too much, might be pricked, and it doesn't have like generally this kind of decks that would like your creatures to have double strike are decks that are going to want to throw your hand faster, and generating colorless is a bit less valuable in those decks, so a little bit better for commander. And yeah, as we can see, it was also reprinted in some commander decks, so I don't know, I really feel like this is interesting, but not that much. But I don't know, a good utility land. Okay, we've done the cards. Now we have some time to choose one of the cards. Let's try to choose in around 5 minutes. I think I really liked Asylum Visitor. Let's mark this. So there's no Missing Mortals, is just like removal, so it's like I don't want to build a deck around it because it would just be a control deck. Volcanic Eruption, and these two are more like sideboard. Overlord, Wall Tracker, Anarchist, not. Although I did say that it could make somewhat of a combo. Woodvine Elemental, like what was it? Come on. Okay, these no. Arc Lightning, I don't think so. Dulcimer, it didn't caught a lot of my attention. This would be mostly like a commander. Not much about that. Rasta, we could think about something, but it just waits for your opponent to do stuff. Queen of Lemo, it would be, we could like try and make something out of it. Or Sunhome, Fortress of the Legion, which was our last one, which is this land. Okay, I liked both. I know that Queen Leno is on Arena. I'm gonna change very fast to Arena in here. Okay. I was a little bit afraid that the timer would reset in there, but it didn't. We want to see if we have Asylum Visitor or something like that. No. So for that, we first need to change the format to something that accepts everything. I don't know if maybe it's timeless. Okay. And then we got yeah. Asylum. So yeah, that card is not on Arena. Okay, no, I can say okay, it is on Arena. Oh, it came on Jumpstart. Is that the name? I don't even remember if that's the name, but that is it. It's Jumpstart, the name of this thing, right? Where do I check that? I think it is, but anyway, we do okay here. Yeah, Jumpstart Historic Horizons. So yeah, we don't have that card. I think that's one of the most interesting cards. Kind of hard to build around, but a good try. Like really make our opponent have no cards in hand and then taking advantage of it. And kind of have that on somewhat of a kind of aggressive deck, or that can be aggressive if needed, would be nice. So because a 2-mana 3/1 that might do nothing, because that's what it is. It's not great, but maybe in a shell that can take advantage of that. So okay, that's the card. That's the card I have already settled. So let's go back to Scryfall. Okay, so Scryfall is done. We're gonna make an Asylum Visitor deck, which is great. I didn't know this card was on Arena. I didn't know this card was anywhere. Okay, now we have 46 minutes to create this deck, which is actually a good bunch. Let's try and create it in like 30 minutes and then play with it. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard. I'm going to kind of focus on whatever we can do to make these work. I'm thinking on maybe a Rakdos deck or maybe just mono black. There is one card that I love and that if possible we're going to try and play. It is Tergrid, which is hard to... oh my god, come on. Which maybe we're just gonna play like 2 or 3, and then we're going to make things that are kind of like... oh my god, I have seen these cards. Let me just do this. Oh, this is on Jumpstart. I have this card from like 10th edition, but anyway, I don't want to be watching that right now. This card. So we want this card. Okay, first we need to understand which format do we want that. In which format do we want that? Where are you valid? That's like what I want to know. It's not valid in like Pioneer, is it? What is the name of the format I'm thinking? Explorer, that's the name, right? Let's see. It is. So maybe it's better to do this in a format where it might have a little bit of a better chance, because Timeless is just brutal. Okay, that's it. We're gonna make it on Explorer, and then we want this card because what I was thinking about, like kind of something that can really take advantage of madness and can be kind of aggressive if needed, was something like those blood tokens. So oh my god, I'm gonna have to do these. I really don't love notifications, so whenever I see that I'm like yeah, we could have... I was thinking of a red card, yes, like Epicure. It creates a blood token which lets you discard things, and there's already deals 1. So yeah, we could have like these kind of builds with blood token and madness. Oh, bloodthirsty. Okay, I don't think that's too much. We do have... We're gonna go for discard pretty soon. Discarding. Moment can be pretty good to refresh hand, and it would be on this kind of a little bit more aggressive kind of thing where like we start aggressive, we try to, of course we're gonna have to have somewhat of this card because it is a format where we just can't let things go. Okay, just need to do that, and then do we have Inquisitions? Kozilek's Inquisition, something like that in here? I think not. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. What do we have on Madness? On red and black? 3 mana, 3/3, not great. Great 2. 3 mana, 4/4. 3 mana that. This is a 3/1, so no. Other vampires you control get +X. And then it has Madness, which is also okay with discarding your own cards. It has Convoke. I don't know. I haven't tried this card. It would be like a possibility. This is also pretty good, and it would enter with some blood tokens as well. I will even put it in here. What else? Like 3 other, Transform, Madness for 3 black. When it enters or attacks, if you have no card in hand, this deals 2 damage to any target. This is already too much. Like, we really want to not have cards in hand so that we can draw lose one life, already play that. So we really need that very low curve. What other discard spells do we have? Because we might just need some pretty good discard. Of these, give mana from a treasure. No, not great. Divest is artifact or a creature. How is okay? Actually, this is pretty good, right? Like, opponent discards, loses life. This is aggressive and discarding. I don't know, I really like this creature, this enchantment, and then you can still sack and do things. What else can we do? We can discard ourselves with this. And then it says whenever a legendary creature enters. For now we only have Targrid, and we are not even sure if we want to play a lot of that, especially if our curve is going to be pretty low. We're probably gonna have to cut Targrid. If we go for Targrid, then our deck needs to be very controlly. And if we go for this kind of build, then our curve has to be kind of low for those to be viable. So it's going to be kind of a decision. We're gonna have to wait and see. Okay. Each opponent discards 2 unless they discard a non-land. Within which opponent's upkeep, 1 or fewer, they lose 2 life. This could be good as a one-off, maybe. I think that we're going to want what is the name of that? Oh, that enchantment. I don't remember the name. When it enters, each opponent discards one card. This is a good removal. Like 3 on the main deck, because we want to be more proactive if we go for this kind of aggressive idea. Face up exiled card, they on into their graveyard. Oh, okay, it's kind of dealing with things that were exiled which we played later. Whew. Okay. When this enters, if it was kicked, each opponent discards 2 cards. Not great. Discard a card, create a vamp. This will be great later. This is an interesting card on the escalate, because yeah, you can look for their hand to take something like an instant or sorcery, and then escalate by discarding your cards that have madness to do the other modes. But then you need, this is best like when you have 3 or more mana, and the other modes are like, I don't know, like discarding Alms of the Vein to escalate and then draining for 5. Pretty great, you know. Can be a removal. It's very what's the name? Versatile. That's what I'm thinking. When it enters, each opponent discards. Combat damage to a player, you may discard. Okay, let me see how many time we have, because I can only see when I'm in here. 35 minutes. Okay, we said we have around 20 minutes. So we can still think a little bit more, understand what we want. This is good if we get a Liliana, which is good in this kind of deck as well. And then we're going to have Liliana Veil in here. Okay, I don't want to, so these would be good to link together. And yeah, I think that we can go back. Oh my god, I don't want to check those. Going back to these cards, check more to other sides. We are kind of draining a little bit of our. This is kind of aggressive while it has a protection that is good in our deck, and it deals with graveyard. The idea is that dealing with graveyard might be pretty needed in this. Non-token dies, exile, return. I've never played this card. Is this good? Maybe this would be the place to kind of test this. Although I think it's better if we have ways to sacrifice creatures we control to get some kind of better thing out of that. And then what else would we have? This would be very aggressive, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing. Beginning of your upkeep, you discard a card. Beginning of your upkeep, if you have no cards in hand, you draw one card and lose one life. Maybe this is the deck for Register, but I don't know. I really don't know. No, I don't think that. If they lost life, they reveal their hand, which is a nomad. They discard that card. Okay. What else? I was thinking about that enchantment, which I don't know if it's gonna be the best in here. What is the name of the enchantment? Well, yeah. Oh my god, what's the name of that enchantment? 2 mana. Enchantment. My brain is kind of melting already, a bit. Waste not. So we could like try a little bit of waste not. I could just be trying to look for some kind of explorer discard deck. Probably have a lot of things that are not in here. Creature should draw 2 cards. Sack this enchantment. This is an interesting one. This kind of artwork is pretty impactful. Okay, so the idea is to have a little bit of the best that we can. Right now, the only thing that Epicure gives us are the blood tokens with help with discarding, drawing, still using that card, and then having things to do. But I don't know. Maybe we want a mono black, although we wouldn't have format as well. But overall, I think that we're going mostly to the fast side of this. So let's start thinking that this is going to be like the faster side. Maybe I'm gonna leave just 3 of these. I don't know yet if we're gonna play Madness. If we are, we should try to play Blood Token or something like that. Okay, I just need to take down our filters. So if we have something like Blood Tokens, okay. We do lose a lot of life already with our deck. It would be nice if we would have this is not that bad, but because blood tokens also need for you to pay mana to activate them, you kind of want those in an even lower curve Are we seeing the red cards or that already passed? Maybe they come later, but let's just see them. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. What else? I don't know, these only enters if these enters. And I feel like this is interesting, you know? Maybe it should be used as even more than that. I feel like we have somewhat of a good amount of discarding in here, and then we come in here. Waste not is okay, but it's kind of a setup, and then you need to start getting things with that. This only makes you get instant or sorceries to discard, which is kind of, you need information before you go. This doesn't give you information. This is pretty good in a lot of occasions, but it's better with Madness, which this one has, so maybe it's already an okay kind of use. It's better with Madness that costs only 1. Let me just remember which are the Madness cards. What things do cost Madness 1? Fiery Temper, so yeah, this is the one that would make us more invested in these discard outlets. Like, is Faith looting in this format? I don't think so, right? Yeah. What else? I'm gonna check the timer again. 25, so around 10 minutes we gotta start shaping the deck. These is actually in here. Oh my god, bam, 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 bam. Okay. We could like try and check whatever we have. That, oh my god, why are you appearing in here? Whenever I do a thing, it's going to appear something. I really don't want that, but anyways, yeah, I kind of do I have any other filter other than red? I don't. But I must have like Explorer, because not a lot of things are appearing. Yeah, those are because they have. Oh, okay, because these are the black. Okay, I sometime since I have used Arena, and these really haven't paid off. Other things I would like, but that could not happen as well. Where is it? We don't have lightning bolt as well, right? We don't have a lot of things that sacrifice. It's like a vampire. Draw 2. Do we want these vampire? I think we do. Like, it's madness, madness, madness. But maybe we want some better cards that make you discard, you know? Discard your hand. So I do like Bonnet in here as well. Right now we gotta cut some cards, but that's fine. This is interesting, but maybe I'd rather... I don't know. No. Although this is good, I think that does this make you... I don't know. Let's check what else we have. Kind of like Cathartic Fire, kind of like Charming Scoundrel. It's just like... Yeah, this is pretty good as well, huh? Like one of these new cards that has been playing everywhere. I just haven't played with it, but it seems pretty good. It does have Delirium, which we have Planeswalker creatures, enchantments, instant, sorcery. We do have somewhat of artifact of things to make this one work, but I don't know. I have to see. There was also Inti. Okay, he's here, which was good. This is still good. You may discard a card. When you do, put a counter. It keeps trample. One or more, exile. You may play that card until end next. I think that's pretty good with madness, right? Like, whenever you discard a card, you discard a card. If you discard that card, it has madness. You're going to exile the top card of your life, but you can still play the card with madness. So yeah, this seems pretty good. I don't want to make a deck that has just things that we already know and use and see. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna go for too much of these cards that we already know too much. Maybe Liliana's Triumph is a little bit too much with these. So let's separate by removal. We're gonna have the proactive stuff more like here, and then we're gonna have discard, removal, proactive, kind of let's also separate like madness, proactive and madness, and a lot. This is discard at first, so that's what it's going to be. The other levels are I don't know. They are in there. What else do we have? This is kind of discard more than the others, but it could be that. Don't think that it's great, but we're gonna have also what's the name? Sideboard. So we might just put that on the sideboard. Let me see this one. Discard all, then draw that many. 4 damage to target creature. Okay. So I'm gonna get some of these in here. Although I'm not gonna use sideboard, I'm probably just gonna play best of one. So right now I'm not gonna put sideboard, because at least rares on the sideboard, because that way I don't need to craft them. And we gotta think about mana base as well. Okay, and then we have these, which is kind of the discard pile, let's say, although is the setup. Proactive, but more like a discard. And then, yeah, that would be it. It seems it has a lot of discard and it kind of needs that. But maybe we want like... four triumphs, 2 Liliana's triumph, and a little bit less discarding. I think that this is pretty powerful because we are going aggressive, so yeah, this is pretty powerful. Maybe we can go for just one waste knot. The thing about these is that it's very narrow, instant or sorcery. It's not that great, -2/-2. Like, all the modes are not that great, they are only good because you can put some madness cards and then just like, you know, I'm thinking of maybe even getting... Don't we have Rootwalla in Icon Explorer? Madness. I think we don't, because let's just check. It's not appearing. Isn't Madness that Rootwalla has? Rootwalla. Sunbathing. Timeless has everything, doesn't it? I don't know. Like, how do I find that? I don't have any other filter than this or that. Why am I not seeing Baskin Rootwalla or whatever the name is? I have no idea. Do you have any... Do we have any filter? It doesn't seem. Maybe I'm writing it wrong. Rootwalla. Like, this is how you write it, right? I don't know. It's like this. Timeless. Direct game. I don't know. I'm just gonna forget about that. Blazing Ritual. Okay, this is the one that there is in Arena. Okay. And it is a red one, so it's not that bad as well. I don't know, because this is a 0 mana creature. I don't think that all that is the deck for Hollow one. Right? This is not the kind of deck for these, because we're not discarding a lot. We're discarding somewhat. How many things makes us discard? This has the potential, but not necessarily much. That, so 8 discard, 10, 12, 12, 16, 20. So I think we have a good bunch. I think we have a good bunch. Okay, we need to start making some things in here. So maybe we might cut some things. What else? We need to cut 14 cards, so let's try now to check the curve and understand better. This would be kind of here if we want that. 3 damage to any target might be better than the 3 drain, and we want more discarding things than things that benefit, so that we always can do and take advantage. Especially repeated things are good. How many creatures do we have? 21. So yeah, generally we don't want to be cutting creatures. And we have vampire in here, in here, in here. So we have more vampires than I thought, because I forgot about Epicure. The rest is just great. What can we do in here? I think that maybe Liliana's Triumph is not that great. Collective Brutality, because it's a rare, I'm just gonna take it out of the deck. As I said earlier. Okay, how many times do we have? 10 minutes? Okay. 10 cards, just cut. I'm gonna cut one Liliana because yes, we already know what she does and how she acts. Maybe this is kind of flooded. I'm just gonna leave one alms of the thing for now. While it's interesting, we have a lot of things that can make us discard. I'm gonna go. Okay, just put it in here. So we need to cut 6 cards. I'm gonna cut 1 removal and 1 of these, which doesn't seem very powerful, and a little bit. These can be removable, so we're gonna also 3-6. Oh yeah, we don't have Triumph anymore, Liliana's, so we only have 6 removal right now. So maybe we don't want to remove more of that. We need to remove 3 more cards. Let's just remove like 1 courier, 1 Liliana maybe, 1 Thoughtseize maybe, I don't know. Maybe Epicure is good, but not that great. I don't know. Even as a 2/2, it's not gonna be that much. Like this already deals 2 and then makes opponents discard. I don't know. I don't want should take that. The thing about temper is that it can go face, can be aggressive, or it could be like removal that is not that great, but yeah, that's it. So now let's see, we have to craft, we need 8 rare, okay, it's gonna take a bit, but we have a lot. Let's finish the deck, and then we have a little bit of time, so we're going to play one game with it. Okay, yeah, we got some achievement, I don't know what it is, but we have a few. Wait a minute, cancel. Everything done, right? Done. Okay. I didn't, so asylum, I don't know. Asylum visitor, right? That is creepy. That's kind of magic that we know. So we're gonna be coming in here, find the match for Explorer play, right? Where is our deck? It's not Explorer. They gave me all these decks and now I don't know what to do with those. Isn't it Explorer? Oh, I changed the format, right? Gotta change it back. Where? So yeah, Explorer. Right. Okay, you kidding me? Okay, we take some things that cost little. I can't believe it, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to be like that. And yeah, I think that's best because it doesn't. Although Rituala is pretty good, it isn't great to have him. It isn't great to go for timeless just to use that card, you know. And then we play. Okay, we play. We have 5 minutes, so probably we're just gonna do one game. See if the deck is viable. Probably not gonna be very great, but if it just runs, if it can do what it wants to do, then we have reached our goal. Oh, I forgot the mana base. Oh my god, I forgot the mana base. I don't think I can keep these 3. Let's try 1 and we're gonna try this. Bomat Careers, they can take us there. Arms of the Vein. Arena is kind of lagging a bit. But I guess maybe it's because I'm recording. Let's see. Wayfinder probably gonna trade with us. Let's see what they're doing in here. A lot of times, since I don't play Arena very much, this is pretty good that I have lost some games to this. So I don't know what this deck wants to do. Okay. So yeah, I might just trade because I want to be hitting for 3. And no. Asylum Visitor is just a 3/1 at this moment, which is very bad, but an interesting card. Okay, new form, probably some kind of combo, or just new form in that 6/6. Oh, Manifest Red. Okay, I think we lose to that, right? I think we lost. And then we have some time to just kind of check. Okay, we madness these and these for Bomat. And we play another Bomat as well. And I think I attack with Asylum Visitor because we're far from having that. pop off, right? They might block visitor, and then we might just go for Oculus. Let's see how they block and if they do something. Not the way I wanted them to block, but fine. I need to pay a red to discard my hand. Yeah, let's do this. It's not great. I just can choose one madness. Oh no, I just chose like I can't play this. And then we get 3 cards, right? Epicer Thoughts is not great. If they destroy visitor, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Then you start attacking, right? Like, close the game fast. Oh. That is hateful. Let's do these first. Cycle a land in here. Which land? Should we Thoughtseize first? I think we go for a swamp with Thoughtseize, just in case they have something that makes us pay 2. I don't have great cards, you know. If you want to choose owner's hand, I can just do it again. Yeah, that's fine. Like, Fading Hope is really not a great card in my opinion. Cast exile 6 from your graveyard. Is this... like, why? They can do one of those, right? They can. And I don't know. We're pretty already dead, so let's just finish this. They're gonna exile 6, go for another Oculus. We are dead. We know about that we're dead. It's just like, okay, we do have a turn. Oh, we do. No, we don't get what I was thinking. Not a chance that we can turn this game. Let's just see what we can do. Yeah, you manifest red, you. Man, I just hate that card. I hate to play against that card. But yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so yeah, just getting back to the timer. It has ended for probably some minutes ago, right? So I'm just gonna leave the end in there, because I don't know what will happen if I just do something. And yeah, let's just give a little bit of a look on which kind of lands would be nice to go for this deck. Red black, Why are they like this? We can say not collected as well, that's fine. Like I'm seeing this land first. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Okay, here we are. Those are good lands, so yeah, it could be used. We have somewhat of red, so if you want to use some pathways, it could be okay. But generally, what you're going to want, tapped unless you control 2 or fewer, so you want like 4 of these. Like 4 shocklands. If you'll be playing Mako or things that want a little bit more of cycling, maybe you could play something like that. 2 or more. One or 2 survival lands are okay. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. This seems like an okay deck in this. An okay land in this deck as well. Tapped. Some of these. Yeah, I think that maybe these would be okay. Generally, we're tapping for black, but then if we control a swamp or mountain, which Blood Crypt is, the survival land is as well, so only 5 of our lands wouldn't activate this. Then that would be a land as well, and then I don't know, it could be around that. You do have some red that you want. You do have a lot of... So yeah, maybe that would be around what we would do with the mana base, nothing crazy. And yeah, probably a real sideboard would have some things that look like more of sideboard stuff, but this is our take on what Asylum Visitor could be using as a deck. You could go a little bit more of a vampires deck that keeps using this little bit of madness and blood tokens. Probably would be very fun to play as well. But yeah, that was my take. This is my version number 1, and yeah, well, that's it. If you liked, please leave a comment or subscribe, and tell me whatever you want to see, if you like this format, and if you liked the pacing, because it was very intensive for me. I hope you enjoy, and that's it. Goodbye.